My child, stay until the end, because your miracle is near. Do not leave this moment too quickly. Do not rush past these words as if they are ordinary. Do not let your mind wander away into the same noise that has been stealing your peace. I am calling you right now with purpose. I am interrupting your day because there is something I need to speak into your spirit before you take another step. This is not a random message. This is not an accident. This is not coincidence. This is a divine appointment placed in front of you because your heart has been asking for a sign, and I am answering you now. You have been praying in silence. You have been waiting with tears in your heart. You have been asking me when the pain will end, when the door will open, when the heaviness will lift, when the answer will finally arrive. You have looked at your life and wondered why everything has felt so slow, why the waiting has felt so long, why the promise has felt so far away. But my child, I need you to hear me clearly. The delay was not denial. The silence was not abandonment. The waiting was not wasted. Heaven has been moving, even when your eyes could not see it. Stay until the end, because the very thing you almost gave up on is closer than you realize. Stay until the end, because the enemy wants you distracted right before your breakthrough. Stay until the end, because your heart needs to receive what I am placing inside you. Stay until the end, because this moment carries instruction, comfort, warning, healing, and confirmation. You asked me to speak. I am speaking. You asked me for a sign. This is part of that sign. You asked me if I still hear you. My answer is yes. I heard every prayer. I saw every tear. I carried every cry. Not one moment of your suffering escaped my eyes. I saw you when you smiled in front of others while breaking inside. I saw you when you acted strong because you did not want anyone to worry. I saw you when you cried quietly and wiped your face quickly so no one would know. I saw you when disappointment sat heavy on your chest and you did not have words to explain it. I saw you when you asked yourself if anything would ever change. I saw you when your faith felt tired, when your hope felt thin, when your heart felt too weak to keep believing. But my child, you are still here. And the reason you are still here is because my hand has been holding you. You did not survive only because you were strong. You survived because I was sustaining you. You did not make it through those nights alone. I was there. You did not walk through those valleys without help. I was beside you. You did not carry those burdens by yourself. I carried more than you ever realized. Even when you could not feel me, I was near. Even when your mind was confused, I was guiding. Even when your heart felt empty, I was protecting the flame inside you. Hear me clearly. Your miracle is not far from you. But you must not walk away from the process before the promise appears. Many people give up at the edge of breakthrough because the pressure becomes strongest right before the release. The battle grows louder, the doubts become sharper, the distractions become heavier. The fear begins to whisper, "Nothing is changing. Stop hoping. Stop praying. Stop believing." But that voice is not mine. My voice says, "Hold on. Stay close. Keep your eyes on me. What I have spoken will not fail." Do you remember how my people stood before the Red Sea? Behind them was danger. Before them was water, and around them was fear. To the natural eye, there was no way forward. But I was not trapped by what they could see. I opened a path where there was no path. I made dry ground in the middle of impossibility. I turned fear into testimony. My child, I am still the same God. I can still make a way where there seems to be no way. I can still open what no one can open. I can still move what no one can move. I can still turn a dead end into a doorway. You are looking at the obstacle, but I am looking at the outcome. You are looking at the delay, but I am looking at the appointed time. You are looking at what has not happened yet, but I am looking at what I have already prepared. You see the mountain. I see the moment it moves. You see the closed door. I see the key already in my hand. You see the storm. I see the peace that will come after it. You see the pain. I see the testimony being formed through it. So stay until the end. Do not let the enemy pull you away from the word that is meant to strengthen you. Do not let your phone, your thoughts, your worries, or your doubts steal this moment. I am asking for your attention because your spirit has been tired and your heart has been drifting. You have been surrounded by too much noise, too many opinions, too many fears, too many memories, too many questions, too many burdens. And in all of that noise, you started struggling to hear my gentle voice. But I am here now, drawing you close again. Right, I receive my miracle, if your heart believes God is still working. My child, I know the wounds you carry. I know the betrayal that made you cautious. I know the disappointment that made you afraid to hope. I know the loneliness that made you feel unseen. I know the unanswered prayers that made you question whether heaven had gone silent. I know the weight of every season you could not explain. I know the pain behind your quietness. I know the tears behind your smile. I know the exhaustion behind your strength. You have never been hidden from me. When others misunderstood you, I understood you. When people walked away, I stayed. When promises were broken, my covenant remained. When your heart felt rejected, I called you beloved. When shame tried to tell you that you were not enough, I reminded heaven that you are mine. When fear tried to make you shrink, I covered you with my love. You are not what happened to you. You are not the rejection you endured. You are not the betrayal that wounded you. You are not the delay that frustrated you. You are my child, chosen, seen, known, protected, and loved. The miracle I am bringing is not only about changing what is around you, it is also about healing what has been wounded within you. I do not only want to open a door, I want to restore the heart that will walk through it. I do not only want to answer a prayer, I want to strengthen the faith that will carry the answer. I do not only want to give you a blessing, I want to heal the fear that would make you doubt the blessing when it comes. I am working deeply, not just quickly. I am working wisely, not just visibly. I am working in ways that your soul will thank me for later. You thought the waiting season meant I had forgotten you, but I was preparing you. You thought the closed door meant I was rejecting you, but I was protecting you. You thought the silence meant nothing was happening, but I was strengthening roots beneath the surface. You thought the loss meant your story was ending, but I was making room for something that would not destroy your peace. You thought the delay was punishment, but I was aligning timing, people, provision, healing, and purpose. Do not despise the waiting. Waiting has taught you things the easy road never could. Waiting has shown you who truly stands with you. Waiting has exposed what was not safe for your future. Waiting has revealed where your heart needed healing. Waiting has taught you to depend on me when everything else felt uncertain. Waiting has grown patience in you. Waiting has deepened your discernment. Waiting has made your prayer more honest. Waiting has made your spirit stronger than you know. I saw every time you wanted to quit. I saw the moment you said, I cannot do this anymore. I saw when your energy was gone. I saw when your hope felt too small. I saw when you wondered if your prayers were being blocked. I saw when you compared your life to others and felt left behind. I saw when you asked why their doors opened while yours remained shut. I saw when you celebrated others while quietly asking when it would be your turn. My child, I did not condemn your questions. I held your heart through them. Your appointed time is not canceled because it took longer than you expected. Your blessing is not lost because the process has been painful. Your miracle is not impossible because the situation looks difficult. I am not limited by time, by people, by systems, by lack, by sickness, by rejection, by distance, by confusion, or by the plans of the enemy. When I speak, heaven moves. When I open, no one can shut. When I restore, no one can steal the glory. When I bless, no curse can overpower my hand. This is why you must stay until the end. Because I am not only comforting you, I am aligning your heart. I am calling your faith awake. I am reminding you that the promise is still alive. I am breaking the agreement you made with fear. I am pulling you out of the mindset that says nothing will change. I am lifting your eyes above the storm and teaching you to see with faith again. Do you remember the woman who had suffered for 12 years? She had spent everything. She had endured disappointment after disappointment. She could have stayed home and said, "It is too late for me." But she reached for me. She pressed through the crowd. She touched the hem of my garment, and power moved. Healing came. Her long suffering did not stop my miracle. Her history did not disqualify her. Her weakness did not repel me. My child, your long season has not disqualified you either. Your miracle can still meet you after years of waiting. Your healing can still touch the place that has hurt for too long. Your story can still change in one appointed moment. I know you have been tired of pressing through, tired of trying, tired of hoping, tired of explaining yourself, tired of waiting for people to understand your heart, tired of praying and not seeing immediate results. But do not confuse tiredness with defeat. You may be tired, but you are not defeated. You may be delayed, but you are not denied. You may be weak, but you are not abandoned. You may be crying, but you are not forgotten. You may be in the middle of a battle, but I am still fighting for you. There are chains that have held your mind, and I am breaking them. Chains of fear, chains of anxiety, chains of shame, chains of rejection, chains of overthinking, chains of old pain, chains of believing that you are unworthy, chains of expecting disappointment, chains of feeling like you always have to survive alone. These chains have been heavy, but they are not stronger than my presence. Where my spirit is, freedom begins. Where my word enters, lies must bow. Where my love touches, fear begins to loosen its grip. I am bringing freedom to the places where you have felt trapped. Freedom in your thoughts, freedom in your emotions, freedom in your heart, freedom from the past, freedom from the fear of the future, freedom from the need to prove yourself to people who were never assigned to understand you, freedom from the pressure to carry what I never asked you to carry alone. Receive this in your spirit. You are not bound forever. You are not stuck forever. You are not waiting forever. You are not crying forever. You are not wandering forever. I am bringing you through. The valley has an exit. The storm has a limit. The night has an ending. The pain has a purpose, but it does not have permission to own your future. Stay until the end, because I am releasing strength over you now. Strength to keep praying. Strength to forgive without returning to what broke you. Strength to hope without fear controlling you. Strength to walk away from what drains your spirit. Strength to wait without losing yourself. Strength to believe again. Strength to rise from the place where disappointment pushed you down. My child, I am also healing your heart. There are places inside you that have been wounded for so long that you began to call them normal. You became used to carrying heaviness, used to expecting rejection, used to guarding yourself, used to smiling while feeling empty, used to being strong because you thought no one would come if you fell apart. But I came. I have always been there. And now I am touching those hidden places with tenderness. I am healing the memory that still hurts when it comes back. I am healing the words that still echo in your mind. I am healing the abandonment that made you afraid to trust. I am healing the disappointment that made you afraid to dream. I am healing the shame that made you hide. I am healing the fear that made you shrink. I am healing the exhaustion that made you numb. I am healing the silent grief you never fully expressed. Do not rush this healing. Let me work. Let me touch what you have protected. Let me enter the rooms of your heart that you locked after pain came in. I will not force my way in. I will stand with love. I will speak with gentleness. I will restore with patience. I will not shame you for needing time. I will not judge you for still hurting. I will not reject you for being tired. I am your healer, not your accuser. Type, Jesus, heal my heart if you are ready to receive healing. There are doors I am opening. You may not see them yet, but they are already being prepared. Doors of peace, doors of provision, doors of clarity, doors of restoration, doors of purpose, doors of opportunity, doors of divine connection, doors that no person can shut because they are opened by my hand. Some doors did not open before because the timing was not right. Some doors stayed closed because what was behind them would have cost you your peace. Some doors were blocked because I was protecting you from what looked like a blessing but carried hidden pain. But now, I am aligning what belongs to you. I am moving hearts. I am arranging conversations. I am shifting circumstances. I am placing your name where it needs to be placed. I am preparing resources. I am bringing clarity where confusion has been. I am making a way in places that looked impossible. You do not have to force what I am opening. You do not have to manipulate what I am arranging. You do not have to beg for what I have assigned. Walk with me. Listen to me. Obey me. Trust my timing. Your miracle may come in a way you did not expect. It may come through a door you did not notice. It may come through a conversation you did not plan. It may come through peace before the situation changes. It may come through release from something you thought you needed. It may come through courage to take one step. It may come through healing that makes you whole enough to receive what you once would have feared. Do not limit me to one method. Do not tell me how I must answer. Do not assume that the way you imagined is the only way I can move. I am bigger than your plan. I am wiser than your timeline. I am more faithful than your fear. Trust me enough to receive the answer, even when it arrives differently than expected. Sometimes I answer by giving. Sometimes I answer by removing. Sometimes I answer by opening. Sometimes I answer by closing. Sometimes I answer by speeding things up. Sometimes I answer by slowing you down so your soul can catch up with your destiny. I am not late. I have never been late. What feels late to you may be perfectly timed in my hand. I know the end from the beginning. I know what must be healed before the next step. I know what must be removed before the blessing arrives. I know what must be learned before the door opens. I know who must leave, who must come, what must shift, and when the moment must arrive. Your responsibility is not to control the entire timeline. Your responsibility is to trust the one who holds it. My child, I am proud of you for still listening. I am proud of you for still being here. I am proud of you for not walking away from this word. Your heart may be tired, but it is still reachable. Your faith may feel small, but it is still alive. Your hope may be trembling, but it has not died. And I can work with what is still alive. I can breathe on a small flame until it burns bright again. I can take a mustard seed of faith and move mountains. I can take one surrendered moment and use it to redirect an entire life. So stay with me. Let this word sink deeper. You are not at the end of your story. You are at the edge of a shift. You are not standing in failure. You are standing in preparation. You are not being buried. You are being planted. You are not being punished. You are being refined. You are not losing everything. You are being emptied of what cannot go with you into the next season. The miracle near you is not only about receiving something new, it is also about becoming new within. You will not carry the same fear into the next season. You will not carry the same shame. You will not carry the same broken identity. You will not carry the same desperation for people's approval. You will not carry the same belief that you must earn love by exhausting yourself. I am teaching you to walk as my beloved child, not as a beggar, not as an orphan, not as someone forgotten, but as one who is seen, chosen, covered, and guided. The enemy wanted you to believe your pain was proof that I left, but your pain became the place where I drew near. The enemy wanted you to believe the delay meant your prayer failed, but the delay became the place where I prepared the answer. The enemy wanted you to believe the betrayal ruined you, but I am turning it into discernment. The enemy wanted you to believe loneliness would destroy you, but I am turning it into intimacy with me. The enemy wanted you to give up before the miracle, but I am telling you now, stay until the end. You are closer than you think, closer to peace, closer to healing, closer to clarity, closer to freedom, closer to a door opening, closer to understanding why I protected you, closer to seeing that I was working when you thought nothing was happening, closer to a testimony that will make you say, "Now I understand why God told me to wait." Do not let unbelief steal this. Do not let fear choke this word. Do not let old pain convince you that new mercy cannot reach you. Do not let disappointment become your prophet. Let my voice be louder. Let my promise be stronger. Let my love be deeper than the wound. Let my truth rise above every lie. Write, "My miracle is near," if you believe God is moving in your life. My beloved child, I am releasing peace over you now. Peace over your mind. Peace over your home. Peace over your decisions. Peace over your future. Peace over the situation that has made you anxious. Peace over the memories that still hurt. Peace over the waiting. Peace over the questions. Peace over the unknown. I speak to the storm inside you and say, "Be still." I speak to the fear that has chased your thoughts and say, "Loosen your grip." I speak to the heaviness on your chest and say, "Lift in the name of Jesus." You do not have to understand everything tonight. You do not have to solve everything today. You do not have to carry tomorrow before it comes. Grace will meet you there too. The same God who held you yesterday is holding you now and will hold you in what comes next. You are not stepping into the future alone. I am already there. I have gone before you. I am making crooked places straight. I am preparing a table. I am guarding the path. I am speaking to what has resisted you. And when the miracle comes, remember who carried you. When the door opens, remember who kept you during the hallway. When the healing begins, remember who stayed with you in the pain. When the answer arrives, remember that I heard you before you saw evidence. When joy returns, remember that I was with you in sorrow. When peace fills your heart, remember that I never abandoned you in the storm. Your testimony will not be shallow. It will carry weight because you know what it means to wait. You know what it means to cry and still pray. You know what it means to feel weak and still continue. You know what it means to be disappointed and still listen for my voice. You know what it means to be delayed and still trust. That is why your testimony will strengthen others. One day, someone will need the hope you are receiving right now. One day, your words will remind someone else not to give up. One day, your survival will become a sign of my faithfulness. So do not despise what you have endured. I will use it. I will redeem it. I will turn mourning into wisdom, pain into compassion, waiting into strength, and tears into testimony. Nothing surrendered to me is wasted. Not your broken seasons, not your lonely nights, not your unanswered questions, not your hidden battles, not your quiet prayers. I gather all of it and weave it into purpose. My child, you asked for a miracle. But I am giving you more than an event. I am giving you a deeper relationship with me. I am giving you peace that does not depend on perfect circumstances. I am giving you strength that rises in weakness. I am giving you discernment to recognize what is from me and what is not. I am giving you courage to walk away from what harms you. I am giving you patience to wait for what is holy. I am giving you faith that can stand when feelings shift. The miracle is near, but so am I, and my nearness is the greatest gift. Do not seek my hand and forget my heart. Do not seek the blessing and miss the Father. I want you to know me in the waiting, trust me in the silence, hear me in the storm, and walk with me when the door opens. The miracle will bless you, but my presence will sustain you. Stay until the end of this season. Stay until the promise blooms. Stay until the walls fall. Stay until the sea parts. Stay until the answer comes. Stay until peace returns. Stay until your heart remembers how to hope. Stay with me, my child. Not because the road is easy, but because I am faithful. Not because you feel strong, but because I am your strength. Not because you see everything, but because I do. You will not leave this season empty. You will not leave it without purpose. You will not leave it without learning that I was with you in every detail. What was meant to crush you will become part of what strengthens you. What was meant to silence you will become part of your testimony. What was meant to delay you forever will become proof that my timing cannot be defeated. I am opening your eyes to see that your miracle is not only ahead of you, it is already beginning inside you. Every moment you choose faith over fear, something breaks. Every moment you choose prayer over panic, something shifts. Every moment you choose trust over despair, something aligns. Every moment you choose to stay with me instead of giving up, heaven moves in your heart. So receive this word. Guard it. Let it take root. Do not let distraction steal it. Do not let doubt choke it. Do not let impatience uproot it. Let it grow. Let it strengthen you when the next wave of fear tries to rise. Let it remind you when tomorrow feels heavy. Let it speak to you when the enemy says nothing is happening. Say this in your heart. God is with me. God has heard me. God is working. My miracle is near. I will not walk away. I will not give up. I will stay with Him until the end. My child, I love you with a love that has never weakened. I have held you through what you thought would break you. I have watched over you through nights no one else saw. I have heard prayers that no one else heard. I have carried tears that no one else knew existed. And I am still here. I am still speaking. I am still moving. I am still faithful. Stay until the end. Your miracle is near. Your healing is near. Your peace is near. Your answer is near. Your strength is rising. Your faith is waking up. Your heart is being restored. Your story is not over. I am not finished with you. And when you finally see what I have been preparing, you will understand why I told you not to walk away. You will understand why I asked you to stay. You will understand why the delay could not destroy you. You will understand why the waiting was not wasted. You will understand that every hidden tear was seen, every prayer was heard, every step was guided, and every moment was held in my hand. Stay close to me, my child. Stay in faith. Stay in prayer. Stay in hope. Stay until the end. Your miracle is near, and I am already moving.